really anything to come off the back of it. Worth noting, by the way, the 3 C4s on the side of Cowana are stacked in to help them when it comes round to the potential post plant, or sorry, the plant going down, because look at it, there is no smoke on side.
Look at this from Grizzly.
What?
Gets himself out onto the roof, back inside, finds a kill onto Elems, but Playday looks alive, spins it round and hits the man on the turn. Gets himself a good kill there, but Elems was the Hibana taken down, so it's going to leave that quad wall closed. There'll be no angle opened up, but I'm not sure BDS are going to need the angle, Des, as Renshiro finds one, Rafal finds an R-kick, 1 versus 4. It's all up to Benja. We know he's got the talent. He finds Rafal, but shut down by Renshiro on the window. That's going to be an opening round for BDS.
He's had a bit of a rough couple of stages, I'd say, but definitely starting to get back in form now that he's able to focus on what he's doing in the game. And even Rafal, a player that many would look at and go, arguably the weakest player on BDS now.
Not a chance, not a chance.
Look at the stats, consistently ranked 2nd and 3rd in the team, just always behind the player that's popping off in the stage. And speaking of popping off, Benja with a 2K in Hall of Fame, 1 trying to push in, challenging off towards the window as well. This is the kind of early disruption I was talking about, and what person better to do it than Benja himself?
If Benja manages to get himself to a corner station at some point and juice back up, which after he's got a 3rd, he's not even going to go near one, Des, because he's got the diffuser down. He's waiting for the next challenge. That's 4. He's absolutely unstoppable right now. Naturally going to be ADSing at Vars there, and it's going to give an R-kick an absolute freebie, but Renshiro decides instead to take it to the outside. He's going to head to Hooker Deck and see if he can find anybody in the building. Cannot, as Gorgona shuts him down on a head glitch from the bomb. That is going to be Cowana tying things up into VIP there, but he knows that it's still contested. Benja just playing on those vertical angles that I spoke about. They were opened up in the prep phase to allow challenges like that. Now they're aware. Stepping forward, and Renshiro absolutely deletes Benja out of the round. Gorgona manages to get the trade, and that's something that Cowana have done well so far. They've managed to keep themselves level. 3 versus 3, 23 seconds left to go, and BDS, they've got to find a way here, Des. It's a tough nut to crack right now, is this defense. And Elems, he gets cracked for 99 damage as he finds himself on an absolute sliver of health remaining now. Sloth, he's just going to hold on to this angle. In comes the EE1D scan to try and help BDS into sight. It does get them moving, but 2 versus 2 all of a sudden. It's down to Sloth, and he's going to win it based on the time he manages to hit 1 kill. And there is nothing the final member of BDS can do with that diffuser down cold on the ground.
On side 1 already consumed, so you'll happily go down to 5. That is quick maths for you. I'm just thinking here, with that kind of pressure already removed away from Benja, it's going to be a lot of time cut away from what would normally be a heavy roam game. And
Elems, how do you win those?
A 3K in the round, all the roamers decimated on the side of Cowana. The 5 versus 2, and surely that's going to be a shutdown.
I've absolutely no idea how Elems goes in and wins those 2 fights, particularly the first onto the man at billiards table. He was at every disadvantage in that gunfight, but managed to turn it around. Gorgona making a challenge onto Hall of Fame. He refuses to give up, Des. He's not giving them VIP easily. Diffuser is down. There's a man on double window. He's caught out in a crossfire, and Rafal is the one to finally get the kill. 1 versus 3, and this is a situation we've seen a little bit too often recently for my liking on Cowana, Des. An R-kick in these final moments, facing a 1vx situation.
Imagine being bared down on by Shaiko, Elems and Rafal as well.
Not ideal, is it?
Enough to get the nerves going for anyone, I think, but let's see what he can pull off here. Yet to find himself a kill in the game. It's not going to start here either. Elems with another shutdown and making it a 4K for himself in the round. Multi-angled attacks coming in from BDS. It's not a simple 1-point push. They want it all. Renshiro's in. Oh my god, surely he was going to dome the man, but it's an R-kick finding the reverse kill. A little bit of a low aim coming in there from Renshiro, expecting the man to be crouched, and simply wasn't the case.
No, an R-kick there, just changing his stance and managing to, look at that from Elems. It was almost casual as he shot the nitro out, but it doesn't matter because Grizzly was even more casual with the headshot that he got onto him. Don't want my explosives, that's fine, take my bullets instead. 5 to play off of a Malusi Banshee there as Shaiko pushed in. Just gave him all the information that he needed to pop up from behind the reception desk and check him out, let alone check him in. Now then, Gorgona, he finds that final kill as well, moving his way back in. He's going to pick up the man inside of the bathroom as he tries to push in through service entrance. Cowana take the round, and they are now up 3-2. Set up there. He's not going to have any joy as he gets shut down by Lems, leaving us now 5 versus 2 as BDS take a commanding lead here. And as I said, they needed to on this site. They need that man advantage, and now they can think about pushing into site.
Right idea of thinking what they were looking for, but unfortunately just not going to play out for Benja. Notice how the mirror window's been rotated away ever so slightly, by the way, this time onto the south side of theatre, rather than looking into VIP, almost like they expected the change to come in. Lems with another kill onto Gorgona puts us in a 1 versus 5, and Arctic, not really the kind of guy again to win out fights like these, will find himself a down, but is down to a slither of HP, and has got it still to do against 4 players. Flashed out white screen, easy shutdown. It's going to be a flawless round for BDS. Kind of come off the back of 2 very good kills from Anarchic and Grizzly in round number 5. Looks to be maybe a rush getting set up here as well. They're starting to squeeze themselves up. Here we go. Straight in there, trying to blow out the Banshee, and in they go, charging the way forwards. Out comes the Lion Scan. They're in looking for kills. Surely you see him behind the bar. You know that he's there. 2 kills out of nowhere, but the Vars player is still up. Sloth gets the shutdown trade coming in into a 4 versus 2. The question is, where is the plant? Anarchic, now's your time. In front of the reinforced wall. There's one on Cool Vibes holding in. Starting to push his way up. Grizzly has got the window. Surely they can stop him, but Shaiko finds Anarchic. That's exactly what you're looking for. He's come up behind them, gets shut down by Sloth. He finds a 3k in the round. Going to stick out the plant. Lems, the 1 versus 2. Can he do it all inside a hookah? I think Sloth doesn't really want to go for the plant. He wants to look for the kills, and he goes for it. Forces the man to run into the nade. And how many times we've said it this game, it's another 4k. Benja in round 2, Lems in round 4, and now Sloth in round 7.
Aware that he is pushing in from here, but he's just going to look to hold the angle onto the rotate there. Doesn't have a line of sight through to the man on the back of sight. Goes in, trapped in the Banshee. Lems finds Benja. Can Gorgona deal with the man behind the shield? He doesn't need to, as Anarchic gets it. Grizzly finds Lems. Grizzly finds Renshiro, and Cowana. They find round number 8, and they find themselves with a 2-round lead against top of the table, unbeaten BDS.
Oh, the El Clasico here for Cowana as well. Anarchic droning Sloth all the way through into security. They see a man up there. Grenade comes out as well. Will they catch him? Yes, they will. Ooh. Freebie onto Lems. The only way I can describe it. You'll be asking questions maybe as to why he couldn't quite find the kill. Sometimes that happens. They miss shots. Sloth is still down to about 40 HP. Rafal, the second line of defense. Shaiko surely would have been another, but Benja's on a tear. He doesn't stop here. He doesn't stop there. Unless Playday shows up, in which case and gets the shutdown. A 4 versus 2. And again, 2 minutes, 10 seconds to play with Ace.
This is it. Cowana are just completely utterly out-aggressing BDS. Now, Playday finds one. Can he find a second without moving his feet? Rafal's on the drop down into Courtyard. It's 2 versus 3, and BDS, they need a big play from somebody. Anarchic's going to take a lot of damage there. He manages to dip himself away and live to fight another day. He's actually getting the diffuser down. Can Rafal get into a position to make a challenge here? No, he cannot, and it is secured. Playday moves in and gets the kill, but it doesn't matter. Anarchic's job was done at that point. They've got 2 more to find, but they can't get Gorgona before he finds Rafal. It's all up to Playday now in a 1 versus 2, and this could be a lifeline that BDS just desperately need. He peppers shots through the blue bar wall, but he will find nobody. He just misses the peak into the main corridor, and with about 10 seconds left to play with, he's got 2 kills to find. He's got a man on kitchen window. This is done, Des. There is no way that BDS win this round from here. He manages to take chip after chip after chip onto Gorgona, but the only one left fried is going to be Playday as Gorgona hits the deck, slides out, finds the kill, and Cowana take themselves onto match point.
And this is the kind of round I look at where I say, okay, at 25 seconds left, it's a 10-man game. I don't see how Cowana walk away the winner.
Make that a 9-man game as Rafal manages to get himself a kill onto Sloth to open things up, and that tactical timeout for BDS is looking like it might just have done the job, Des. They are looking much better inside of this round, completely slowed Cowana down and taken all the sting out of their attack. Anarchic found himself in a 1v5, able to find one, but then shut down immediately. BDS, they come out from the tactical timeout, fighting, get themselves around, and it's 6-4, and it really feels like it could be game on.
He's allowed to get his way in towards the building. The rest of Cowana starting to set themselves up here. Renshiro with a bit of a challenge coming in from Cool Vibes. Sloth, a couple of shots coming in, but not enough to fully scare him off. A couple now pushing up towards the hookah door. So you've got 2 or 3 playing downstairs, a couple playing up, but it's Playday with the opening kill. Benja shut out the game.
Got kills just raining in on either side as Sloth manages to get one in between Breeday's double, leaving us 4 versus 2 while Shaiko locks down Gorgona. And now it is all in the hands of BDS again, Des. They are fighting back like crazy and they are winning this game 1 round at a time if Cowana are not careful. Grizzly, he's just making all the challenges that he can from the hooker door there, but they know that he's out there on the deck and it is going to be very, very difficult for him to find anything from here. He just looks right through the rotate, manages to find Rafal and puts the Jaeger down. There's over a minute left, so he does have time on his side, but he doesn't have life, Des. Just as I say that, Shaiko manages to find the angle out onto him, gets that final kill, and that is BDS bringing this back within 1. We are going to see all 12 regulation rounds. Half wall that we see them plant on sometimes. If they go default, Shaiko's going to open them up.
Like it's just done right there as well. Only 1 drone left on the side of Cowana means they are riding blind into the final 60 seconds of this round. They have managed to work their way in, mind you. The long angles, the one coming in from the bar. Sloth in and aggressive as we're so used to seeing out of Cowana. If this cross angle is there, he's in trouble. Sees the man but can't quite get the kill. Breeday, this man does refuse to be moved. You cannot break him open. 3 in the round. Gorgona left alive. It's going to go all the way to overtime at this point, Ace, and my God, does it deserve it. 4 alive for BDS, and surely the closeout comes through in just a few moments.
We said at the beginning of the game we had the feeling that this was going to be a close one. It was unexpected when Cowana almost ran away with things, but a tactical timeout just before round 10 has been the momentum swing that BDS needed.
Aside from the upstairs, he's playing on the down. So what is the challenge that's going to come in for the side of Cowana here? Can they force Shaiko to move? Benja now being taken out, shot again from the same spot.
They absolutely cannot force him to move as he finds one after the other, and that's going to be a double for Shaiko to start the round off. The man stepping up exactly when his team needs him, and that's that talismanic position that we see him in so often. Finding himself a double, he takes half his health bar of damage, but it doesn't matter, Des, because he still finds an unreal headshot onto Gorgona, and that was spectacular. And Arkic able to finally
on the side of BDS, and Arkic has got a lot to do inside 20 seconds, and as try as they might, it looks like this is one of those ones that the might is going to have to be maybe for a long time. Even got the zaps coming out from below here, so Arkic truly is true. They know where he is. He's got Evil Eyes bearing him down as well. No idea where he's being challenged from. This round is done and dusted. 3 left alive for BDS.
When they smell blood in the water, they go after it, and they will be looking to get it done here and now. However, there it goes, Rafal, kill onto an Arkic. It starts now as Gorgona takes an awful lot of damage, but somehow manages to wheel around and find a headshot onto Shaiko. 2 versus 2, 2 versus 1 as Breeday takes what little health Gorgona had left. Grizzly manages to find one through the soft wall. It's 1v1, Des, but the diffuser's down. Rafal, he's got to do something. He's collected the diffuser, but he's unlikely to get it planted here. Grizzly manages to do some damage. It's 1 versus 1, 28 seconds left to go. Rafal's going to have to play this smart.
Back inside the kitchen as well, his move site for the plant. Surely Grizzly has to read on this, goes for the spray. Rafal, nerves of steel, is sticking it out here. Does he get the side profile? Oh, he missed it by an narrow second. Surely, Rafal, can he clutch this one out? Yes, he can! BDS taking him round for 14. I was going to say 15, but 14 was the one. It comes down to the wire, but the French team hand Cowana another overtime game. The difference being this one is a defeat.